This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The trailer for The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3. Episode 10 doesn't just tease us, it shakes everything we thought we knew. What happens when love, heartbreak, and choice all collide in one summer night? As the trailer begins, the tone is instantly different from the earlier episodes. The colors are warmer but carry a hint of sadness, like the end of something beautiful. We see flashes of the beach, a place that has always been about laughter, friendship, and unforgettable memories. But now it feels heavier, like every wave is carrying away a secret. The music is slow, emotional, and layered with tension, preparing us for the storm ahead. The first moments focus on Belly, standing alone by the water. Her face shows everything: confusion, longing, and strength. It's clear that the choices she makes here will decide not only her future but also the future of the people she loves. Behind her, the camera shifts quickly to Conrad and Jeremiah, both looking at her in ways that reveal more than words ever could. Conrad's eyes carry regret, while Jeremiah's show both hope and fear. The triangle we've watched all season has now reached its sharpest point, and there is no way out without someone breaking. The trailer cleverly uses silence between dialogue. Belly looks at Jeremiah, then at Conrad, and the screen cuts to black, leaving us desperate to know what she will say. In this pause, the audience feels the weight of her decision. Every fan knows that the love triangle has been the heartbeat of this story, but here it feels like we are about to see its final beat. The next sequence teases heartbreak. We hear Conrad's voice in a whisper, "I can't lose you again," followed by Jeremiah saying, "You have to choose." These lines echo through the trailer like thunder, layered with the crashing waves. The brilliance of the trailer is that it doesn't give us answers, it gives us emotions. We don't know who Belly will choose, but we know the choice will change everything forever. The section closes with one haunting image: Belly walking away from the beach house at night, her figure small against the glowing lights behind her. It's a shot that feels final, like an ending, but also like the beginning of something no one expects. The trailer doesn't let us breathe. It pulls us in deeper, asking us to prepare for the most emotional episode yet. The trailer doesn't just rely on obvious drama. It hides tension in small details, making us pause and replay every second. One of the most striking shots shows the summerhouse kitchen, a place usually filled with laughter and comfort. Now it's filled with silence. The characters stand around the table, but no one speaks. The distance between them says more than dialogue ever could. Belly is at one end, Jeremiah at the other, and Conrad in between, almost like a physical reminder of the choice she has to make. The framing is deliberate, and it tells us that this is not just about love, it's about family, loyalty, and the fear of losing the people who matter most. The trailer also leans on symbolism. A shot of Belly holding a seashell, looking at it with a soft but broken expression, reminds us of her childhood summers when life was simple and pure. The seashell slips from her hand and drops into the sand, a visual metaphor for innocence slipping away. It's not just about romance anymore. It's about growing up, facing the reality that love can't exist without heartbreak. The audience feels that shift immediately, and it makes the stakes higher than ever. Then comes a sudden burst of energy. Jeremiah is shown running after Belly as she storms out of the house. His voice cracks when he says, "I can't lose you too." This one line adds another layer, hinting that this decision is about more than romance. Jeremiah is holding on, not just to love, but to the idea of not being left behind again. On the other hand, Conrad's silence in the trailer is louder than any words. The camera lingers on his face as he looks out the window, his eyes heavy, with memories and mistakes. He doesn't fight with words, he fights with presence, and it's equally powerful. The trailer teases what feels like the final summer night. Lanterns light up the backyard, casting a soft glow that almost feels like goodbye. Everyone is gathered, but the smiles look forced, like everyone knows change is coming. The editing cuts quickly between their faces, capturing nervous laughter, stolen glances, and unspoken truths. The music builds here, moving from soft piano to a stronger, faster beat, like a heartbeat racing toward an ending. And then, The moment that shakes everything. Belly's voice, steady but emotional, says, "I can't keep breaking us." The camera doesn't reveal who she's speaking to, but it doesn't need to. That one line sets fire to the entire trailer. It's a confession, a warning, and a promise all at once. The words echo over a quick montage. Conrad walking away into the night, Jeremiah dropping his head in frustration, and Belly closing her eyes as if trying to shut out the world. This section of the trailer makes it clear, episode 10 isn't just about who Belly chooses. It's about what she's willing to give up to protect the people she loves. It's about endings and beginnings, about the painful truth that summer doesn't last forever. Every trailer leaves behind breadcrumbs, and episode 10's trailer is no different. If you slow it down, you'll notice hints that most viewers might miss on the first watch. One of the most mysterious shots is of Belly sitting at her desk, holding a letter with shaky hands. The trailer doesn't let us read it, but the expression on her face says it's something that could change everything. Is it a goodbye note from Conrad? Is it a confession from Jeremiah? Or is it something bigger, like a letter from Susanna's? Past that reshapes how the Fisher brothers see their future. This one moment sparks endless theories, and fans will be dissecting it until the episode airs. Another blink and you'll miss it moment shows Conrad at the pier late at night. He throws a stone into the water, but it's the way he does it. Frustrated, almost desperate, that makes us wonder what he's holding back. Is he ready to let Belly go, or is he fighting silently to keep her close? Trailers are carefully designed, and this one plants doubts in our minds on purpose. We think we know Conrad, but this single scene suggests we don't know the whole story. Jeremiah, too, has a hidden layer in the trailer. In one shot, he's seen packing a bag in his room, stuffing clothes in quickly as though he's ready to leave. The lighting is dim, his face serious. Could this mean he's prepared to walk away if Belly doesn't choose him? Or is he running from the pain of watching her choose someone else? The bag isn't just luggage, it's a symbol of escape, of running before he's broken again. Fans who notice this detail will know that Jeremiah's journey in episode 10 won't just be about romance, but also about survival. And then there's Stephen, Belly's brother, who appears only briefly in the trailer. He looks at Belly during a quiet dinner scene and says, "Whatever you decide, don't lose yourself." It's a line that feels small compared to the emotional fireworks between Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah. But it might be the most important. It reminds us that while the love triangle takes center stage, Belly's true struggle is about her identity. Who she is outside of the boys, outside of summer, outside of the expectations placed on her. This line plants the seed that maybe the real twist of episode 10 isn't about who she chooses, but about who she chooses to become. The trailer also plays with sound design. At one point, the music fades, and all we hear is Belly's breath, heavy and uneven. Then faintly in the background, we hear the sound of fireworks. It's romantic, but also tragic, because fireworks are beautiful and brief, just like summer. This clever choice suggests that episode 10 will be the explosion before the silence, the final burst before everything changes. By the end of this section of the trailer, fans are left with more questions than answers. Is the letter a confession? Or a farewell? Is Jeremiah staying or leaving? Will Conrad finally say what he's been holding in? And most importantly, will Belly's choice tear them apart forever, or bring them together in a way no one expects? The trailer keeps us on edge, reminding us that the answers are just out of reach. The last part of the trailer hits like a wave crashing onto the shore, loud, unstoppable, and unforgettable. It doesn't just tease us with romance or heartbreak. It leaves us wondering if this is the true ending of an era. The screen is dark, the music fades, and then a single image appears. Belly walking through the house at night, her hand gliding along the walls as if she's saying goodbye to every memory held there. The creak of the floorboards, the stillness in the air, it all feels final, like the summer house itself is preparing to let go. But then, the trailer shifts. The energy rises. A sudden cut shows Jeremiah and Conrad, no longer standing apart, but side by side, their faces serious. The brothers who have fought all season seem united for the first time. No words are spoken, but the silence between them is powerful. almost as if they've realized that Belly's choice might not matter as much as the bond they've been breaking. This one shot flips the entire triangle dynamic on its head. It suggests that episode 10 isn't just about who wins Belly's heart. It's about whether the Fisher family can heal, or whether this summer will break them beyond repair. The trailer then delivers its emotional knockout punch. Belly's voice returns steady but filled with pain. Maybe this isn't about love. Maybe this is about letting go. As those words hang in the air, we see a rapid montage. The three of them at the beach one last time. Stephen hugging Belly tightly, Susanna's photo framed on the mantel, and the ocean waves crashing harder and harder. It's not just a trailer anymore. It's a farewell letter disguised as moving pictures. The final seconds raise the stakes higher than ever. A close-up of Belly's face appears, her eyes filled with tears, but also determination. The music swells, and then the screen cuts to black. No resolution, no answers. Just one final line flashing across the screen. The summer that changed everything. The words are not spoken, only written, but they hit harder than any dialogue could. This ending leaves viewers in a state of suspense and reflection. Will episode 10 give us closure? Or will it open wounds we didn't see coming? The trailer doesn't say, and that's exactly why it works. It's not promising a neat ending. It's promising a storm, one that will leave every character and every fan changed forever. What makes this trailer unforgettable isn't just the love triangle, the heartbreak, or even the suspense. It's the way it feels like a mirror for the audience. Fans don't just see Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah, they see themselves. Every frame carries pieces of growing up, the pressure of making choices, the fear of losing people you love, and the bittersweet truth that no summer lasts forever. That's what elevates this story from a simple teen romance into something timeless. The hidden genius of episode 10's trailer is how it plays with expectation. We come looking for answers. Who will Belly choose? Will Conrad fight for her? Will Jeremiah finally be enough? But the trailer doesn't hand us solutions. Instead, it asks questions, forcing us to look deeper. Maybe the real twist isn't about choosing between two brothers, but about choosing between holding on and letting go. The trailer nudges us to realize that closure doesn't always come from a kiss or a confession. It comes from growth, from deciding who you are when the summer ends. This is where the trailer strikes its boldest note. In one subtle sequence, we see a shot of Belly sitting by herself on the beach, sketching in a notebook. It's quiet, simple, and easy to miss, but it might be the most important image of all. For the first time, she isn't defined by Conrad or Jeremiah. She's just Belly. And that image could be the clue that episode 10 isn't just about romance at all. It's about identity, independence, and the realization that love doesn't define you, it reveals you. The brilliance of this final section of the trailer is that it hands the story back to the fans. Every glance, every silence, every hidden detail sparks 1,000 theories online. Some believe Belly will walk away from both brothers. Others are convinced the triangle will finally resolve once and for all, and a few whisper that the ending will break our hearts in ways we can't even predict. The trailer doesn't argue. It invites us to wonder. The closing image is the beach at sunrise, waves calm after the storm. No characters, no dialogue, just the ocean. It's the perfect metaphor, a reminder that no matter what happens in episode 10, life moves forward. Summers end, but new beginnings always rise with the tide. It's haunting, hopeful, and devastating all at once. So, when fans hit pause on this trailer, they're not just left with anticipation, they're left with reflection. Who will Belly choose? Who will she lose? And more importantly, who will she become when the sun rises on a new season of her life? The trailer closes, but its echo lingers, pulling the audience deeper than just excitement for an episode. It isn't only a preview, it's an invitation. An invitation to feel, to guess, and to live through the same questions that the characters face. That's why Section 6 isn't about the show anymore. It's about the viewers, the community, that has grown around the summer I turned pretty. This is where the faceless video speaks directly to the fans. The narrator's tone shifts, still filled with suspense but warmer, almost conspiratorial, like whispering to a friend. What if this isn't about who Belly ends up with? What if it's about who you see yourself as in her story? The voice lets the audience know that they are part of this journey, that their theories, their heartbreak, their laughter are just as important as the story on screen. Then comes the hook for engagement. Instead of simply saying like and subscribe, this section wraps the request in the same emotion the trailer leaves behind. If you caught something we missed, a glance, a symbol, a hidden clue, drop it in the comments. Maybe your theory is the one that unravels the truth before episode 10 even airs. Suddenly, participation feels like solving a mystery, not just clicking a button. The video leans into rhythm now. Quick cuts of past fan theories that turned out to be true, snippets of comment highlights, and on-screen text encouraging new predictions. It feels alive, buzzing with the same energy as fandom spaces online. Do you believe Belly chooses Conrad, Jeremiah, or no one at all? This is your moment to say it before the finale proves us right or wrong. The audience isn't just being asked to react, they're being asked to take a side, to join the conversation, to leave their mark. Finally, the narrator brings it full circle. The trailer may end, but the story doesn't. The story continues. With us, with you. The last note is reflective, almost cinematic, reminding fans that their anticipation is what keeps the series alive. The screen fades to black with one last lingering phrase in bold text. Tell us, whose summer is it really? It's not just an ending, it's an opening. An open door for community, speculation, and emotion to rush in. Section 6 ensures that the faceless video doesn't just inform, it bonds, it provokes, it ignites. Every story needs a final note, the kind that lingers even after the screen fades. For this trailer breakdown, that last note is not about who Belly chooses or which brother walks away. It's about the journey of growing up, of leaving behind one summer and stepping into another. The faceless voice guides the audience through that truth gently, almost like the tide pulling back from the shore. The Summer I Turned Pretty has always been more than just a love story, the narrator reflects. It's about the way we hold on to people, the way we let them go, and the way those moments shape who we become. These words remind the audience that what they're feeling isn't just tied to a TV show. It's tied to their own memories, their own summers, their own first heartbreaks. The faceless video becomes a mirror, turning fiction into something personal. As the music swells one last time, the imagery slows down. Waves rolling calmly, the beach house standing quiet, a single lantern flickering in the night. Over this, the voice offers the final reflection. We don't watch this story just to see what happens to Belly. We watch because, in some way, it's our story too. The choices we made, the people we loved, and the summers that changed us forever. Then comes the closing beat, simple but unforgettable. The screen fades to black, and bold white text appears. The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3, Episode 10. Everything ends here. No extra sound, no music, just silence. The silence itself feels like the cliffhanger, leaving the audience breathless and restless for the premiere. The faceless voice returns one last time, softer now, almost like a whisper. This is the last wave of summer. Are you ready to face it? And with that, the video closes, leaving the audience not just excited for episode 10, but changed, reflective and hungry to talk, to share, to feel together. It's not just a breakdown, it's an experience.